A first ever championship meeting between two teams who, provincial exits aside, had decent 2015 so far. And both Clare and Longford were up for this one, with midfielder Michael Quinn pulling the strings for the visitors. It was his pinpoint pass to Liam Connaughton that forced Kieran Russell into giving away an early penalty. Brian Kavanagh, who'd already converted a free for Longford, blasted home the spot kick for a 1-1 to 2-point lead for his side. They added a couple more scores, but Clare had no intention of rolling over. They forced their way back into this game. Their captain Gary Brennan's score had them back to within 2 points. And when a superb passage of passing opened up Longford's defence, Jamie Malone found wing-back Dean Ryan bursting through to finish to the net. And with another point to follow, it was Clare who led at half-time, if only by a point. Longford had found the net early in the first half, and just 6 minutes into the second, they were at it again. Rory Connor had already drawn his side level when he played in Desi Reynolds. Perhaps the corner forward spotted keeper Joe Hayes off his line, but a fluky goal is a more likely explanation. Whatever the intention, the outcome was of massive significance. Longford now a goal in front, time for Clare once again to force their way back in. And they created a couple of goal chances, Keelan Sexton with the better of those. Fergal Batman's footblock saw the defender trade the concession of a goal for a yellow card. David Tuberty's frees kept them in touch before Diarmuid Masterson's magnificent score edged Longford back in front with 13 minutes left. The wing-back then made a nervy finish, even nervier, when his high tackle saw him pick up a second yellow just moments after he'd scored. The visitors down to 14 men in a tight match on foreign soil. Clare came close to making him and his teammates pay for that, when Shane McGrath's menacing high ball toward the square gave both Pat Burke and Sexton a chance to goal, which neither could convert. That would have had them in front. A gutsy Clare display, but gutsy from their opponents as well. With 14 men and the rain now pouring down, Longford were the team that created space in the dying moments, and Kavanagh completed a personal tally of 1-5 in style to finish off a hard-fought win. So Longford's recovery from their dub-drubbing continues, as does their championship summer. The final score from Cusack Park, Longford 2-12, Clare 1-12.
This is where we want to be, and we want to be playing in the bigger games, and if we can continue to work as well as we did and keep that momentum, you know, it's winning mentality it's great. It's very positive for everybody.
It's bitterly disappointing, I suppose. Next week they're going to do, you know, the players, we do this at the end of every season. We do an audit of the season and we make our decisions according to that. So that's going to happen again, and whatever is the best for Clare football will happen going forward.
Yeah, tough on Clare, but Kieran, you've been making the point that Longford have been very impressive in qualifiers.
Yeah, Des, we're just looking at this today. You look at qualifiers and the Leinster Championship, and like, you would consider Kildare and Meath to be top 10 teams, and Longford are always considered the minnows. But if you reflect back over the last 4 years and you look at their championship record, it's up there with Meath. It's not far off Kildare, and it's a huge
performance last night. Overall, this one was a difficult one for him because was he to deal with it immediately or let the last kick of the first half, which we just looked at there?
No, I don't think that's a stamp. That was one of the questions.
We're trying to clarify that. We don't think that was a stamp, but that it led to the problem and the interaction between Ultan Harney and Tomas Carr. Now, look, close fist, and he strikes him in the head area. There's no point in us even having a debate like is it a big belt or a Midland belt. you know, once you strike, they played the old soldier here. This is one of the fun. I haven't seen this since the 70s.
Classic, yeah.
You know, they made a substitute at half time to try and cod the referee.
Watch the limp. Here comes the limp comes.
He forgot he was injured for a second, and but the referee is dealing with this retrospectively, which he's well entitled to do, and he handled it perfectly well, brought him on and sent him off. And now they're down to 14 men, and Roscommon can get the running game going exactly